What is going on, guys? This is your boy Az. We are back here with another video for you guys today, and my goodness gracious, did we call this or did we call this? We did indicate that they were going to be announcing something this week, and it looks like they did pick a good day here, especially because it's middle of the week, and it will definitely give us something to look forward to in terms of the next team unlock. And of course, as well, if you guys haven't already had a chance to check out the advanced copy of the blog, courtesy of the Envoys, thank you so much, boys, for doing the heavy lifting for us. So I'm not going to go into the full spiel of everything here because they've already kind of done it and said it, but I will just kind of point out a couple things here with regards to the blog. So again, if you guys haven't had a chance, take a quick peek. So this is going to be the new Symbiote 6, an arena meta team led by the King in Black himself. Fighting alongside him is Venom and recruits Riot and Toxin, and of course as well Quicksilver Symbiote. So that's pretty cool there. I don't know. I don't know if it was too much shocking in terms of the having Null in there. I think we already kind of guessed Null would be a key piece, but for sure I was very, very shocked to see Riot and Toxin. And of course as well, if you guys have seen the movies or the cartoons, very, very cool stuff. So the Symbiote 6 is going to specialize in arena. That was a shock to me. I thought this was going to be a raid team or some sort of other team, but it does look like they excel in War and Crucible as well, which is really cool because we want characters just like the Fantastic Four, just like the Annihilators, that also perform well. Previously, Fantastic Four and both the Annihilators, and even before then, the Black Order, Infinity Watch, all those previous arena meta teams were so good in different game modes, and hopefully, based on the recent character releases, they will they'll stay true to that, because lately all the newer raid teams, some of the newer Cosmic Crucible teams, they just don't pack the punch, right, that they used to, right? We've got Illuminati, and we've still got some other old teams that still do really, really well, and they just don't have that same impact that these newer teams have brought. So again, Arena, War, and Cosmic Crucible. So again, we're just going to highlight here, like I said, the fact that this is going to be an Alliance War and Cosmic Crucible besides Arena. This is going to be a really, really good team to stop the likes of the Fantastic Four or people that might not have built up Fantastic Four. And it does look like they're going to be able to counter Professor Xavier and Blue Marvel as well. So this is going to be one of those key teams where I feel like if you're a newer player or if you're mid-game and you're kind of deciding, hey, how much ducks do I put in how much money should I put, into certain characters, this may shift the farming priorities, right? And we'll have to see here. We'll have to see here when this team does go live. Quicksilver Symbiote, again, I'm not going to go over everything here, but he's going to be the key piece here, so we'll kind of focus our attention on him because I do feel like he's going to be basically the Franklin Richards to this team, right? Or, the Thanos endgame to the Annihilators, right? Prevents Symbiote's characters from having their speed bar turned off, so that's huge. Absolutely massive. Doubles the efficiency of filling speed bar. So that's going to be the new battlefield effect where he allows basically the Venom to get 20% speed bar, and he's going to double the 20 to a 40. And he gives the team extra drain and sustain. So the other character is Toxin. Toxin's another one. And again, just highlight points. He's going to prevent exposed. He's going to flip all charge to bleeds, applying heal blocks. In Arena, trauma is going to stick to enemies that wouldn't otherwise stick. So yeah, it looks like it could very well be a very, very key member as well here, right? Especially for characters that don't really have trauma that can allow that to happen now. Riot, he's going to be key for team survival. He's going to get a taunt, barriers. The first time a Symbiote 6 drops below 50, they're going to reduce the trauma, and then they're going to transfer negatives onto him and clear it and heal. So really, really cool stuff. And obviously right now all these sound really good here, especially with the Surfer Break Scourge coming back. And it's going to give us another powerful Symbiote team, right, to use. So the Quicksilver Symbiote, he's going to have a speed of 132, which is actually, I think that, if I'm not mistaken, that's basically on par with some of the top end speed characters, right? Daemon is 134 for reference. Storm Mighty is 133. So very, very fast. And his basic applies 300% damage plus deal 10% health and redistribute. So he's going to heal himself the drain. When this character is forced to attack a symbiote ally, it does less damage. So this is going to be very, very important, like I said already, especially if we play arena against arena where there's a null against another null and the null causes your characters to attack themselves. So very, very cool. Special top speed, attacking primary for 350%, plus reduce speed bar by 10% and chaining up to 4 targets and also reducing their speed. So he's gonna make the team faster by slowing the other guys down. And then if this character has 2 or more symbiote allies, symbiote 6 allies, apply silence and disruption. And again, yeah, this is going to be really crazy because now we have a 3-piece unit that can operate without having full 5 members. So there's a lot of plug and play with this team. We're going to be able to kind of mix these guys up with even the previous symbiote members like Carnage for more speed, or maybe Red Goblin for a little bit more, just a little bit more insurance because of the revive, or perhaps even Hive Mind, who's really fast, right? Like Void Knight is very, very fast, has the ability block, and then Venom can spread that ability block. His ultimate is going to have immunity applied to 2 turns and everybody, and then attacking all enemies, clearing revive 1, stealing 5% health. Like it's a paragraph here, right? With 2 symbiote 6, reduce the duration of all positives by 2, and then apply slow for 2 turns in silence. So again, just making the entire team faster by applying the slow, and then in arena, clear the battlefield effects, and they cannot clear this battlefield effect. That's really important here. What that means is even if you have Franklin, or if you've got Odin and they try to clear it because they're trying to use their battlefield effect, it's not going to be clearable, and that's important there until they have completed 6 turns. So by 6 turns, the battle might be over. So we'll see how that goes. The ultimate, again, the character and non-summon symbiote 6 cannot have their ability to fill speed bar reduced. So that is really, really important there. When the character on a non-summoned symbiote 6 ally fills the speed bar, this amount is doubled. So this is where, like I said, if Carnage, if you've got Venom, this is where their speed bar can get doubled here. When they normally, I think they get 7% already from just from Quicksilver himself. But then of course as well, Venom's basic gives him a 20 plus the other 20% doubling. And yeah, this attack is unavoidable and cannot be blocked. Wow. On spawn, he's going to get 2 evasions. Symbiote allies, again, I already alluded to this, but yeah, fill speed bar for self and all symbiote 6 for 7%. And if this character has 2 symbiote allies, again, so working with the 3-piece, on enemy turn, heal self. They're gonna redistribute the health to everyone evenly. Enemies cannot get speed bonuses through positives, and they can't also generate barrier. This completely counteracts Invisible Woman and Professor Xavier, who likes to barrier themselves, right? And the speed and focus of this character and each ally can only be reduced by negative effects. So what that means here is even characters like, for example, you've got Super Skrull, you've got Emma Frost passive, they cannot be impacted, and they can only be reduced by negative effects, such as like if you're playing slow or something like that. So this is going to be really good for this team, even outside of Arena and outside of Cosmic Crucible and War. You may even be able to take advantage of the fact that this team has a lot of impacts elsewhere, like for example Dark Dimension, Professor Xavier Saga, even perhaps maybe even the Annihilus, DD9. So again, that is kind of all I want to run through here. The blog will be available later today, and of course as well by the time this video is up, and usually takes about 30-40 minutes to upload. It may already be available by then, but anyways, hopefully you guys are able to get a chance to check it out. There's also the base stat increases to both Venom and Null. Lots of health, damage, armor, just getting everyone up to par here with the 3.0 stats. And of course that's going to be very, very big implications here, especially with Null. Null is already very, very good, and now he gets a boost pretty much 15% across the board, and it re-solidifies one thing to us. It re-solidifies us that this is a previous Battle World character that had no team. Yes, he did well with the symbiotes, but now it reconfirms one thing to us is that perhaps in the near future, either Sentry, either Maestro, they may perhaps get their own teams, and they may also get reworks and other additions to their original kits. And yeah, this is a good thing. And now it doesn't even matter. Like Null is by far, and I think Maestro hasn't even been released in the game yet, but it reconfirms that Null is going to be, he's not just the king in black and the echoes of the abyss, but he's also the king of Battle World, because there is right now no other Battle World character as good as him. And Sentry, he just keeps falling behind here, and hence why he's only level 64 on my account. But having said that, guys, hopefully this helps you guys out. Hopefully you guys are able to get some value out of it. Again, the blog should be available so you guys can have a look at yourself and read it as well. I just didn't want to give you guys a 20-30 minute video to watch. That's kind of crazy. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.